Hey, Corvette buddies. Guess what today is? For those of you who are smart enough to figure it out, yeah, we're going to try to get the doors back on the car today. So it's already dry. I sprayed this down with some simple green. I'm going to clean in this area because it's going to be hard to get to after the doors go on. And man, I'm hoping I have enough room in here to do all this stuff, but I just want to get the doors on to get them out of the way, get them out of the side yard, get them on the car. I hope I'm not being hasty, but we'll see. I can always pull them off if I need to. So I got the doors out from storage. Unfortunately, they got a little dinged up on the side yard because they were sitting out there for like a year, and I had to move them, and they were covered and they were kind of sitting on the ground. So I think I automatically have a little touch up to do, but whatever. I'm working outside. I'm working in the driveway. Don't have a shop. That's just kind of what happens. Like here, let me see. Oops. Yeah, phone won't focus, but you can see there, it got a little ding already. But anyway, I got to move forward. So these are cleaned up. Got all the cobwebs out, and I'm going to use the transmission jack to position them in place and then put them in. I've done that once or twice on my own, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. Just want to show you why I'm cleaning this. See all this stuff here? This is like it's a polishing compound splatter from polishing the car, and I know if I don't get it now, and I'll look down there later, and it'll drive me crazy. So I commandeered a toothbrush, and we're gonna work on this for a minute. Not a big deal. Just gonna clean it, rinse it, and then we're gonna put the doors on. We are all clean, taped off, and ready to go. I got my bolts over here cleaned up. I got a little bit of grease on the threads, and everything's ready to go. Here's my transmission jack. Just threw a tarp on top. So we'll balance the door right there on the jack. I'm gonna have my wife actually hold the door, and then I'll get it bolted into place. Pretty simple. All right. So good news and bad news. Good news is both doors are on. Bad news is they are way off in terms of adjustment. So I got work to do. I can't close them right now because they're gonna hit. They're hanging too low. But I did notice there's quite a bit of adjustment in the actual hinge area. You can see the bolts are on the top of the holes right now. All right, gang. So I was able to just lift the door up on the front part of the hinge mounts, and I didn't have to adjust the hinges, just the door. And it's not like the best gaps ever, but pretty good. And the door is lining up nicely over here. As far as the height, there is a little bit of an increasing gap as we go up, but I'm gonna call this good for now. I might need to move, right here. The door's a little low still, like a tiny bit, so I could move it up, but then this gap's gonna open up actually. So I might just go with this for right now. Now the door's empty, there's nothing in it, so I'm assuming it's when it's all loaded up with glass and regulators and all that stuff, it might sag a little, although it probably shouldn't. The hinges are really strong, and I don't think there's any movement in them. But I might just jack it up a tiny bit if I can. But pretty happy with this. Closes fine. The only thing, yeah, there's plenty of space there. So it's just like touching the door switch, the door light switch right now. But I'm gonna call this good, at least for now. I mean, the door's on, and I can basically leave it closed. So yeah, man. And I know the finish, it's not polished. I have to clean it and cut it and buff, but I'm gonna do that later because I figure I'll probably scratch it while I'm working, so why go to a lot of trouble to polish it. So let me do the other side and we'll check back in a minute. There we go, guys. I'm calling that good. So my initial adjustments are holding up. The door won't shut, but pretty good. I'm totally happy with that. Those are respectable door gaps. Not perfect, you know, but I didn't add any material or anything. I just aligned the door. They're pretty much stock. So again, you know, a tiny bit wider up here than it is down there. But again, when I load up the door with all the internals, that might change a little. But even if it doesn't, I'm super happy with this. So doors are on. Starting to look like a car, you guys. Good. Moving on. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful.